This is Ian with TradeBot Secrets. I'm going to show you how to pay your bills with an asset and borrow from that. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that. Alright, so now we're in Coinbase with a starting balance of $862. Now depending on your situation, if you're really tight on cash, you're going to have to buy USDC. Now I'm at a point where there's so much liquidity that I can either buy USDC and deposit it, because right now Bitcoin's pumping up, and I can actually wait for it to drop back down before I switch that USDC or dollars back to wrapped Bitcoin. So I could buy on the dips, and then you know, take profit on the high. So I don't have to like FOMO in, okay? But as of right now, I'm just gonna demonstrate with the wrap Bitcoin. Usually just DCA and wrap Bitcoin, whether it goes up or down as you pay your bills over time. Go ahead and just buy wrap Bitcoin. So there's a WBTC, not the actual Bitcoin itself, because you can't borrow from it. And we're gonna borrow about $10 for now as a demonstration. My bill's $100, but I'm just gonna show it with $10 because I usually zero out my account. And if I do $100, I basically have zero in my account, so I need to pay banking fees or whatever it is. So I just want to leave at least $100 in there, or a little, maybe at least $50. But anyways, I'm gonna buy $10, wrap Bitcoin, place the order. And now, if you want to save on fees, you need to join Coinbase One, which I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and place an order for $10. Actually, yeah, there you go, $10. And there you go, buy now. Okay. Alright, order submitted. Now, let me go ahead and then we're gonna send the crypto to my Aave account, $9.88. And you'll be able to send it through the Arbitrum network. But let me go. There's a low fee of 22 cents right there. If you're saying over thousands of dollars, that could add to a lot of money, like $50 just to send that $1,000, right? So if you're sending about 1,000, then you want to join Coinbase One, and I'll show you what that is. It's about $44 a month, and that way you can send out, 2-3,000 a month, 4,000. You'll save a lot on fees. And so the fee is about $39.99 a month for the membership. And you do send regular payments, especially if you have a business or whatever else, then you're just constantly flushing money through it. You can then save on your fees by just paying them monthly. It'll pay for itself. Okay, and there it is, $39.99 a month. Okay, and you can actually trade on Coinbase One and have no fees when you trade. Okay, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and now send this money over to our Cold Wallet, which is already been set up. Now I have videos on the link in the description below on how to set up your own wallet and whatnot. I just won't go into details of this. This is for someone who is familiar with crypto and just didn't know how to borrow from their asset, so that you can leverage that and be able to keep your asset. So you want to just use it with the Arbitrum network. You see it takes about $2 to send with Ethereum network. You want to use the Arbitrum Layer 3 network, and there's other chains like Avalanche and Optimism, but Arbitrum seems best. It's free, so just use that. And it's free enough. It's like so low, like 0.0, like less than a penny, right? So we're gonna go ahead and accept that, and then when I'm sent to my Arbitrum Ethereum address, it's already been set up. And if you need help setting this up, then you'll need to join my free course, and there's some information on there on how to set this up. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that you are familiar with cold wallets, secret keys, and whatnot, and go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna send it to my Trezor Legacy wallet. I've misspelled it, but it's okay. It'll still work. And max it out. Send $9.88 and send it over to my wallet. Okay. Make sure it's Arbitrum network every time you send. Do my signatures, sign everything, approve my signatures, send it out, and we should be good to go. And then we're gonna go ahead and look at the Aave DeFi platform, where you can actually borrow from your asset. So currently this is the account. It'll appear here soon once I refresh it with $10 in wrapped Bitcoin. There it is. And we're going to go ahead and supply that to Aave so that you can borrow from it. So there's about $9.90 something, about $10. Approve it. sign the contract, supply to Aave. Aave's pretty. I think it's established in 2019, so about 5 or 6 years ago, and probably the most trusted DeFi platform for now. I sign my signature there to supply the wrapped Bitcoin to Aave, and then there's people who actually lend their USDC on this platform that you can borrow from at a certain interest rate. If you deposited USDC, you would be earning the interest rate, but then you'll miss out on the WBT's gains. So I have some USDC right there right now, which I'm waiting for the market to dip a little bit. And once it dips, then I could turn that back to wrap Bitcoin. Okay, so I don't FOMO in it anymore because I have enough margin. But once you start, you can see I'm earning about 10.96% on my $530 right there, which I can convert to Bitcoin later. If you have, and then wrap Bitcoin itself is paying only 0.02%, but I have 1.25 balance, which I've kind of leveraged up right there, which is kind of see with the debt of 676,000. If I sold everything, 48,000 in net worth. If I sold everything, but yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Okay, so now I can have an asset there. I only put $10 in, but let's just say I put $100 in wrap Bitcoin. I'm borrowing $100 back out, and then I can go ahead and pay for bills. Of course, you can only borrow 70% of your collateral, so you probably need to put a little more, like $150 right there, and then borrow $100 out so that you have enough to handle the dips and not get close to the liquidation threshold. Okay, so there's my $100 there, and there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and send that back to my Coinbase account, and then I'm using my Coinbase card to pay my bills. Okay, so there it is. Search for my address. Alright, after you get your address for your Coinbase account, I'll show you how to do that. Go to Coinbase, go to your home, and you actually want to find your assets here. I believe that there's maybe a cash tab or something, or maybe there it is. Click on USDC, and then you'll be able to receive your right there on the right side. Click on receive. That's the address. Make sure you click on Arbitrum. Okay, and that's the address to your Coinbase account card. So you copy that address, and then from your Aave, you'll be able to send that to that address there. So you use your MetaMask, send it, paste that address you just copied, and then make sure you switch it to USDC, and then send max that you've withdrawn $100. Confirm, sign the transaction. I'll do that with my Trezor, and once that's signed, then authorize it to go. And I won't go over Trezor and all that stuff, but I'm going to assume this is for people who know about crypto and how to have a wallet. Alright, so that 850 now will now turn to 950 once the deposit comes in to my Coinbase account. You don't want to store your Bitcoin here. Now this is the card. This is how you get it. You click on that card on the left side, and you'll be issued a card number. You can also request a physical card. I won't show the card number here, and then you can lock the card if something weird happens. Okay. You see on the right side, 0.5% back in Bitcoin. So whenever you spend money, you earn crypto. So that is actually pretty cool. That goes up in value. So wrapped Bitcoin's a little bit, it's basically Bitcoin wrapped. And here's a card. There it is. And I won't show you what looks on the other side, but that's the ID. Okay, so that's how you get your card. Alright, so now go back home. We're gonna go get the 950. It's already there. It's been approved and sent through, confirmed. Now we'll go ahead and switch over to my my company here and send that over. Okay. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to show you once you go to your electric company. I have a $100 bill which includes my internet. With solar, I'm only paying $40 a month for electricity, and then and then $549.99 for the fiber internet. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pay this bill. Proceed pay. I put my Coinbase card number already, it's already been enrolled. And we're going to continue to payment information. And then once that's paid off, we'll show you the update on my Coinbase card. And there it is, process the payment, very instant. So it doesn't take long, it does it quite quickly. Deposit same day, get it done. So you can deposit a big lump sum, whatever, and then just withdraw from it as you need it. So that $950 now should turn into $850 after I paid the bill. And then you should be able to see how things work there. Okay, so balances, kind of refresh a little bit. There it is, $857 now. Paid off $95 of it. And there it is. A bill has been paid. Alright, so I want to talk about this here. Looks like we're about to break 100K soon. It's pretty close, 99.9. Yeah, I think we're going to hit it by the time the end of this week goes through. Anyways, so the current margin here is 12,399. I've kind of added some more. I was going to pay off property taxes. I was like, you know what, it's not due for like 2 months, so why not just stick it in here for now while it generates income and works for us. So I topped off a little bit to make sure that I put whole thousands in there, and I know that anything remainder is profit. So 399 right now is profit that it's generated in the last 2 weeks. Margin wise, you kind of look at it, it's pretty small for that, but we just let it add up. I'm using no leverage right now, so $96 for the last 7 days, over $5,000 in volume traded, 1.16%. Okay, so that's once per week. It's slow and steady, and we're hard to right there when it goes sideways is when it did really well. I like these big swings where it just pumps up and 5,000, 10,000, drops 5,000, 10,000. The bot loves that stuff. It's hard to get in positions while it's pumping up straight up. So I'm hoping to slam down so I can fill these orders. Okay. So yeah, so that's how this works here, and it's just kind of letting your money work for you. This is all profit extracted from Aave, and I'm just taking profit as it comes in. Okay, so alright, so now if you're transferring money back to pay your bills, you want to use a Chase checking account. That's how you can do fast transfers. You can transfer within 3 hours of initializing it. So if you need cash in a pinch, you have a Chase account. They have a thing where and within Chase and Coinbase, it transfers within 3 hours. So yeah, so you move a couple thousand pretty easily here with that. Okay. All right. So most of my account basically is zeroed out and pushed out to Aave, to TradeBot, and it just doesn't make any money here, right? So I'd rather push that out. Now, as far as using credit card wise, it's pretty much maxed out. Also, I only got $21 available credit left. This is my monthly payment, and if we look at it, I need to do that part. Okay, so this is for the month, and I need to show the statement for last month. All right, you see right here, my interest rate, the interest that I pay every month is $455. All right, now if I pay this down, yeah, I wouldn't have to pay this $455, but would I rather do that, or would I rather stick only what, $12,000 here? I still would have to pay interest of maybe half that, $200, or within $5,000 or $6,000, earn $400, because I always put the whole dollar amounts, right? So I'm about 50 bucks away from clearing that interest. Okay, now once I go net positive on interest rate, then it's gonna be able to start eating away at that at the principal on it and paying it down. Okay, and all the while, everything that we've earned or made or whatever, taking profit from Aave, and day-to-day life, salary, whatever, will get dumped into Aave and then moved to total equity here as available margin to trade and earn as a high yielding checking account. Okay, so eventually I kind of look at it from cash flow standpoint of view. If there's more cash flow coming in covering the interest rates, it kind of makes sense to just not, in a sense, not pay it off, right? I'd rather build equity here, and I might have the 21,000 eventually, but then it'll be more than enough to cover itself and then pay itself off. If I paid it off directly, I have nothing to show for it, right? And also, if I do want to pay it off, guess what? It's available. I could just pull this $9,000, $10,000 out, pay it off, be done with it. But guess what I lose out on, right? I have to build this back up again and whatnot. And if I start to compound this and just sticking everything in here, I can eventually use this to pay off the Aave loans that's building up over here. Let me show you the Aave loan. It's right there. Yeah, right there. The Aave loans, right? I got 76 right here. If I sold everything, I have 48K net worth. Alright, so I'm taking a profit, pulling it out, pulling out, pulling out. It will tank. I don't know when the high is, when it's gonna stop, but we're just gonna keep extracting, pulling. Eventually it'll be wiped out, the collateral will pay off this loan, or if it doesn't, then I'll have enough built up in the bot to constantly knock this down. And once this gets knocked down, guess what? I have more available margin to use for buying other business opportunities. It opens up your own line of credit. It frees up your credit line. So it's kind of like you're building up your own banking system that opens up your own credit line, and I can use that to buy a car. I need financing for a car. Well, there it is. So we're actually gonna try to save for a Tesla. You know, I want to use one. You know, like maybe a Model X or something. So once I have over 20. I'd say over 50K here, then I will start looking at the Tesla. And do I'm gonna buy the Tesla directly? No, I'm gonna try to get financing on it and continually stock this margin up, and then use this to pay down the Tesla over time. Okay, rather than taking the goose here and killing it, and then reducing its eggs. I make this goose as fast as possible, so it kicks up big eggs so that it can cover the payments. And then if I don't get a Tesla, then all I can do is just constantly build this up and pay down that debt with this. And in a sense, I'm net positive looking at a cash flow point of view. Okay. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Even if Bitcoin crashes now, guess what? I have half the debt paid off, and I have 40, 80 more than enough to pay off that debt. But it's just looking at from this standpoint, it's just better off not to pay it off. Because we're using the bank's money to make more money with it. I have not gotten my book on Amazon. The audiobook is coming out soon. And it's the Survival Blueprint. I've raised the price a little bit just because I'm running ads now, so that I can cover the ad spend and not be negative on it. But you can read it for free on Kindle Unlimited. Paperback's $12.99, and we kind of got a nice little A+ content on there, and currently ranked 27. I guess this is coming down a little bit, but yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you then.